Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we took care of turning in a few quests for Vivienne and for Josephine. We had some chats with some of our companions, and we ended up starting a romance with Bull. So, we're probably going to be heading out and doing something else here. First off, we're going to collect everything that we did on the war table, a bunch of resources, and this about the alliances. We received word from Lady Eustace Richelieu, who presumes more and more to speak for the Thedas. He also was quick to use us and we. Let's see, the letter follows. A bold move, Inquisitor. Lord de Rosier was mortified, if not mortally so. It is said he cannot bear to show his face, and face is all many of his generation value. I do hope he will do nothing drastic. I hope that the names behind us remain willing to commit what is necessary to solidify the lines that have been established. We shall see. I got an amulet of power. Alright. Continue on. It has come to violence. Lord de Rosier has directly challenged the holdings of our ally, Lady Thedas. He claims their ties to the Inquisition are to blame for his loss of honor, which is technically true. His militia is poised to threaten several trade outposts, though his will to attack may not be absolute. Lady Richelieu offers a barrage of names to clarify. Despite being ostracized, Lord de Rosier retains many allies. While you can certainly hold him at bay, perhaps we should revisit another course. Uniting his house and that of your allied Thedas might both appease and profit all involved. The daughter, Celeste Thedas, is still betrothed to Leander, but this is war of sorts. In such times, is not personal sacrifice preferable to bloodshed? Let's see. Cullen says we have the manpower to thwart Lord de Rosier. We choose a course, and we can see it through. Or Liliana says we should commit. Should we commit lives to this mess? If we withdraw, our original goal is achieved. They are fractured. None of this group is a threat. Or Josephine, I expect that while I will not please all involved, asking for a marriage to end this would quickly.
At your service.
Well, I guess I accidentally hit the button. I guess that's what we're going to go with. We're going to arrange the marriage. Alright, so... nothing else to do. Going to continue to gather materials.
Alright. Inquisitor.
Alright, we have 41 power points. We can go ahead and unlock this. Stop inventory activity in the west. Liliana's spies have discovered orders from the Venatori's high-ranking commanders. A large number of mages are traveling westward to excavate something of great value to our cause. The Inquisition must find whatever its enemies are searching for. The region is vast, but Liliana is ready to put her network to use in tracking down Corypheus' minions. Alright, stop Venatori activity to the west. The Venatori are camped at a place known as the Hissing Wastes. They're working their slaves to death and digging old buildings out from the sand. The Inquisition should step in quickly because if it doesn't, I'm going to bash the Venatori's heads in and you'll need a new scout. Lead Scout Harding. We're not heading there just yet. And we have one other zone. Disaster in the Deep Roads. I think this is actually a DLC. So I'm not going to unlock it just yet. Alright. So we need to decide what it is that we're going to be doing next. And I think what we're going to do next is we're going to work on some of Varric's companion quests. And of course, working on anything we happen across on the way. So, as soon as we load in here, we're going to head out and see if we can't finish some of those up. Alright, so It's this quest and this one. These two. Primeval red lyrium deposits found. Destroy the primeval red lyrium deposit. I guess we'll work on this one first. Let's see. It's going to be in the hinterlands, apparently. Enter Valamar. Okay. We're going to be bringing Varric, obviously. We're going to bring Cassandra, and we're going to bring Bull, of course. Confirm.
Inquisitor.
Alright, here we are. Maybe we should head for this Ocularum first. Looks like we hadn't finished it. And it is up there. Let's see, can we find a way up there? Yeah, looks fairly simple. Anything else interesting in the area? Just some coin. Ooh. Some elf roots. Find some more shards, which we're going to have to go around and pick up at some point. And there's number 4. All right. Two hostile targets in the vicinity.
Let's look around.
Is there something here? Oh, I don't think so. There's something here. It's in there. All right. I can never remember how to get in there. Maybe this is the way. Haha. Perfect. Rock armor recipe. Interesting. Alright, so let's head for our target here. We need to head back to the lake, I think. Lots of hostiles in the area. I think it's behind this waterfall. Carta dwarves.
Mercenaries?
Looks like Carta. Lyrium smuggling would be profitable around here.
Let's just grab Canon's royal elf fruit. That's nice. Nug skin. Alright, let's head inside. Valamar.
Finally. I started to think you weren't coming.
Nobody said you had to hang out in the creepy cave while you waited.
Well, I did wait, so let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the red lyrium out in unprotected containers. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
Why should they be protected?
Why would the containers need to be protected?
Lyrium is incredibly dangerous in its raw form. It can poison or kill dwarves, and we're resistant to it. Sometimes it just explodes. No warning.
Basically, only crazy people mine lyrium.
The mining cast doesn't just sling it into a bucket. It's carried in special containers that keep it under control. And that's normal lyrium. The red stuff is worse. I wouldn't be surprised if most of their miners die just digging it up.
Do you know what red lyrium does?
You seem to know more about the effects of red lyrium than most.
Varric told me plenty about what it did to him. And his brother.
And how did you find this place?
How did you find this operation in the first place? There must be hundreds of Deep Road's entrances.
I've used this entrance in the past. Varric's not the only surface dwarf to explore the deep roads. Oh, I've got to admit, I was pretty surprised when I came here and found it full of humans.
Let's get started.
We'd better get to work.
Sounds good to me.
Must be an old dwarven outpost.
What was it for?
Trade, maybe? Your guess is as good as mine.
Alright. Enemy. I don't like the sound of that. Alright, we got Drake Stone. This door can only be opened by some kind of mechanism. Okay, so that must be the way out of something down here. It must be only openable from the inside. Hi, guys. Do we have an actual map of the area? Kind of. Alright, what's this? Carta note on security. We should be secure enough from outsiders. I'm more concerned about attracting darkspawn from the lower levels. We don't have the manpower to push them further in. Keep the product on the upper levels and barricade the bridge. Oh, darkspawn. Let's see what's here. Pitch grenade recipe. I don't typically use grenades much. If at all.
So this is what you do now?
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys? Is this your day-to-day?
We usually try to avoid the caves.
Alright, let's have Varric pick this lock. Get in there. Varric. Oh. Get out of the way. Alright, what's this? Defaced Carta notice. Much of Valimar remains closed to us. Anyone interested in changing that should meet here tomorrow, 1 hour past noon. T. A series of notes has been scrawled below this notice. Stop wasting time on that damn door. I don't care what's behind it. The mechanism's broken. More importantly, who cares? We have product to move, and you want to see if some ancient dwarf locked up the good tea set? We're short-handed as it is. If I hear you've taken another group to the lower levels in search of gears, I'll make you sorry. L. First of all, I think this place used to be a trade post. There could be something valuable behind that door, and just how will you make me sorry? T. L says, I'll use my imagination and knives. And what does this say? An angry note. First Liska, now Brennar, caught him trying to steal some of the product. Just a little bit, just to keep, he says. Nug shit. Trying to make a little extra on the side. Thinking I wouldn't notice, I will not be undermined. Your cousin said we could trust Brennar, so you handle it. If I'm not happy, you won't be either. Alright. More random loot.
Darkspawn. These won't be the last.
We may be too close to the surface for these to count as deep roads. But have I mentioned I hate the deep roads?
Well, we'll take out the dwarves and we'll knock out the darkspawn. More darkspawn? What is through that door? Ah, dwarves. Now that you're all in a group. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down there, dude. All right. Let's see. Dwarven gear. Guess we'll take that. Ah, we need those gears, I guess, to open that one door. Alright. Personal note scrawled in a ledger. It's good, though red. The Templars severing ties to the Chantry. We should find buyers easily enough. It has to be the right buyer, though. Don't want anyone who'll get ideas. We need to control distribution. If travel across Lake Calenhad is secured, we're made. Most of the veins have been near the surface. There's enough of it, but we need to find a deeper vein, a source. The take could be huge. Once we have a firm grip on the current operation, we can look into expansion. Oh, I see.
Something's still missing.
We need to find another gear, alright? Darktown's deal. Ask the nobles of Orzammar how their kingdom gets silks and grain and wine from the surface, and they'll tell you trade with the surface occurs. It occurs. As if on its own. With no traders or merchants or human farmers involved. A little miracle of dwarven ingenuity. The reality is a lot messier than their fantasy. Orzammar relies upon the surface not just for its prosperity, but for survival. Ages of blights have taken thousands of tigers away from the dwarves. These were the places where most of the food was raised. The dwarven kingdom that endured alone, independent beneath the stone from time immemorial, perished in the first blight, faded into myth. Now the remaining dwarves underground cling to existence through a lifeline at the surface, a chain forged from the casteless. Every dwarf who goes to the surface is stripped of caste, effectively exiled and removed from dwarven society forever. But Orzammar relies on continued relations with these exiles to live. This has created a shadowy area of dwarven trade and politics, where the rich, powerful, and elite maintain secret ties to people who, by official decree, no longer exist, and everyone knows what kinds of things lurk in the shadows. The Carta lives in the underbelly of the surface trade like a tapeworm. Many surface dwarves maintain ties, not officially recognized of course, but respectable, to their former houses in the noble or merchant castes, and those contacts are their means of trading with Orzammar. Those who have no ties because they were cast off by the families or never had good connections make the trip back underground and trade with Orzammar personally. They find themselves treated like criminals. Castless in Orzammar, even a wealthy one from the surface, will be driven away from most merchants, treated like he's carrying a plague at best. So these surface merchants turn to the Carta for help. The Carta acts as a contact in Orzammar for surface business and sells their goods on the black market for a cut, of course. The Carta always gets its cut. The outraged citizens of Orzammar sometimes position the assembly to deal with the rampant crime surrounding the black market, and showy displays are made of kicking in the doors to Carta hideouts and raising Dust Town. The Carta always comes back because the assembly always allows it. Too much of Orzammar is dependent on the black market trade, and the nobles know it. They all do business with the Carta. Everyone has a stake in its success. The Carta has 1,000 faces above and below the surface. Honest merchant and noble caste lords and upstanding members of the Merchants Guild all a cover for the thousands more smugglers, thieves, and murderers in the shadows. The lifeline of Orzammar. Praise the ancestors. Excerpted from Darktown's Deal by Varric Tethras. Alright, we gotta find that other gear. Okay, so... I'm guessing it may be across the bridge where we found the Darkspawn. Almost certainly. Alright, Varric, you're on this. Alright, mosaic piece. Ah, a dwarven gear. Darkspawn shield. Another locked door. Varric?
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
That letter you sent me about the Red Lyrium was the first I'd heard from you since the Chantry explosion.
Had it been that long?
Seriously, if you died in that mess, I'd have come back to Kirkwall and dug you up just to kick your ass.
What would you do if I'd been cremated?
Kick your ashes, of course.
Darkspawn.
We're in for it!
Another Darkspawn.
How is what's his name?
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never.
What's this?
I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making. Ta-da!
You built doors here?
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave?
You already know I've used this entrance in the past. I don't know if Eric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
That was handy.
I guess it's a good thing you came along then.
I get that a lot. After you.
Well, before we head on that direction, I want to go back to that one door with the gears. And open that and see what's behind there.
Hiding here.
The Vault of Valamar. Oop. Uh-oh. Big darkspawn. Big darkspawn. You stay there. Stay. Immune to that. Not immune to being frozen, though. Alright. Loot. Dwarven banner. mosaic piece. Just haven't even really looked at the mosaic. Bronca Arms 3. Or Bianca Arms, not Bronca. Alright, more. Some Drakestone. Next door. Oh, it's that door. That's what I figured. Okay, so now that we've gotten through there, we are going to continue on, but I think we're at the end of the episode, so I'll get us back to that one door that we opened, and then we will continue on from there next episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.